Green light is on at the end of the pit lane and the Formula 2 qualifying session is underway here. Half an hour then after the end of the F1 practice, it's time to head out onto the track and head into action as well. Who is going to be the fastest and who is going to be the slowest? It's qualifying not only for the F1, the F2 sprint, but for the F2 feature as well. The fastest driver will start on pole for the F2 feature. The 10th fastest driver will start on pole position for tomorrow's sprint race as well. I'm Joshua Birch. Joining me in the commentary box once again is Synthal. Good afternoon, Synthal. Can you hear me? Are you in?
Yeah, I'm in. Hello.
Fantastic. Perfect timing. You ready for this one then? It's a lot brighter conditions than what we saw a couple of hours ago for Formula 3's quali. It's going to be quite interesting to see what we can get out now.
Is there any rain expected?
Not as far as I can tell. Looking at the radar looks quite clear to me as well. The only rain that could happen could come late on in the session, but right now it should be good. It should be clear. No rain till W Series maybe.
Yeah, if it's going to rain later on the session, then these first laps are going to be very crucial because you won't be able to improve in the rain, but if it's going to stay dry, the fast lap will obviously happen in the final laps of this qualifying.
So the green light is on. We are underway as well. The klaxon has officially started as well for this session. So I think we're not quite in the right angle there. There we go. Oh, no, it wasn't the right angle. I made a mistake there. Going through. 22 cars will head out to the circuit. Track temperature is currently at 29.4 degrees. Air temperature at 18.6. Wind speed is at 2.7. 53% humidity out here on the circuit as well. And it's brisk, I think, is the best word to say about it as well. It's nice and brisk. If you're a Brit as well, it's almost tops off and sunbathing weather as it starts to get a little darker here at 5:30 as well. Of course, the W Series is going until 7 o'clock, so it's all about the cloud level and visibility coming up.
Yeah, absolutely. But, in my opinion, qualifying is a lot more fun in the dry because then, pushing the limits. It's going to be much more insane in the dry than in the wet, but for the races, it's obviously a lot more spectacular in the wet.
Here's Felipe Drugovich coming to start a lap. Now, I don't think he's going to go full throttle. I think this will be another warm-up lap because no tyre warm is in Formula 2. And as I said, track temperature at 29 degrees, so they've got to heat them up a couple more laps out there as well as the F2 tweak deck starts to activate as well. One rider saying Theo Pourchaire's photo makes him look like Verstappen called Perez 2 years ago. What Verstappen called Perez 2 years ago? I don't know what you called him 2 years ago. Dear. That's another racist comment coming through. I'm not very happy with the Twitter people today. Hopefully not. Anyway, going out here, Logan Sargent looking quite quick as well. Who's your tip for pole, Vincent, after practice this morning?
Ooh. I mean, it's easy to say Drugovich, of course.
Yes.
As he's absolutely been, basically dominating for now. He's got a great lead in his hand now for this season, and he's looking to extend that lead.
It's been absolutely dominant as Drugovich as well in the championship here, taking the double at Barcelona, then not having a great result, sadly, in the next race event at Baku. Because that's the last time we raced, of course, was the F2 races at that same weekend of Le Mans a month ago, or just about half a month ago, 4 weeks ago. When was Baku? 3 weeks ago, I'm being told in my ear. It all blends into one after a while here as Druvela throws in itself as well, looking all good to me. First lap times then will be coming on the board, and we'll get our lap timers working as people start to set best sectors. Enzo Fittipaldi's gone to the top, a 2:02.952, but considering that was the times we saw in Formula 3 in the wet, they're going to come dramatically down to about a 1:36s predicted at least in this session alone.
Yeah, so also like we see always in Formula 3 and always in Formula 2, 2 out laps because one is not enough for the tires to get up to temperature. As we see Drugovich now definitely preparing to start a quick lap as he goes towards the final corner.
Starts it down towards turn 1 in Abbey. He'll lift up down to 4th gear, flick it through. Oh, he kept it in 5th actually. Lifted, but kept it in 5th. And he's kept the speed, but it almost cost him to almost spin out coming through Farm, and he'll lock up into Village. Lap's gone.
Yeah.
Too much speed.
Goes off.
Yes.
Yeah,
Goes
yeah, it's an unfortunate mistake from Drogovic. Obviously, it's early on in qualifying, so there's still a lot of time to set a good lap, but he just locked up in turn 3 and gone off the track. So he's definitely always, if he maybe improves, he's going to have an invalid anyways, because he track limits, right? Because he went off the...
Yeah.
Well, even there, even though you lost a lot of time, it's, the track limits still count.
So that time's being set and some being deleted at the same time. Frederick Vesti's gone to the top, the same as Hughes out there as well. So they're all flicking around out here as well. But unfortunately, the TV pictures are significantly delayed compared to our monitors up here in the comms box for some unknown reason as well. But as he comes back through, Vesti on top, Druvilla second. Hughes third, Halga fourth, Beckman fifth, Armstrong sixth, Fittipaldi is in seventh, Portier eighth, Lawson ninth, Dewan rounds out the top 10, Clem Bollock Bassi goes to the top now, Richard for sure takes the top spot now, Roar Nazani, it's changing every 5 seconds, Senthal.
Yeah, and Drogovic is still pushing. Well, this is not the lap he wants to, it's going to be, you know, taken away from track limits anyways, but he's still pushing. Purple middle sector. Oh, it's been taken away by Dewan.
And across the line then, Drogovic does a 1:39.979, goes fastest. But as you say, Dewan, he was fastest this morning in the practice session. Looks to be good as Nazani's had his lap time cancelled by the stewards. Yuri Vips has questionably gone top as well on a 1:39.960. Here's Dewan though across the line. Does he go faster? Yes, he does. 1:39.928 as Novalak's had his lap time deleted for track limits at Copse Corner. Sato goes fourth, Portier goes fourth, Sato down to fifth. So half the field have set lap times, but they've had them immediately deleted due to track limits. Look at that.
Yeah, the corners which are flat in Formula 1 are just not flat here in F2. We saw it like in turn 1 as well. Frederick Vesti going purple sector 1. Is he going to go up to first, a bit wide maybe through there, and he goes top.
Vesti to the top then, 1:39.611. Druvilla goes fifth, 1:40.011. Halga 12th, 1:40.472 on the board. It's changing again here at Silverstone.
Right, so those are the first laps where now they're all going to go slow again for their prime for the next lap. Let's see a replay here. This is Fittipaldi. Oh, bouncing off the curbs. This is after turn 1, isn't it? Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
After turn 1, going onto the grass as well. This was the lockup from Drogovic we saw.
Just a little bit wide there as well. I'm just getting loads of messages coming through as well about more comms as well.
Doing.
Sorry, here's Dewan wide. Yeah. That's out of Luffield into Woodcote.
Isn't that counted as track limits?
Yeah, it was a bit off, wasn't it? So keep an eye on Dewan's time. If it vanishes from the board, he's P2 at the moment. If he drops further down to the bottom, we know it's been deleted by the stewards. But,
I
go on.
don't understand the track limits because isn't it everywhere? You know, just a white line.
Everywhere's the white line. Yeah, everywhere's the white line.
Yeah, Drogovic went off as well.
You've got to be all 4 wheels off the white line as well. Doesn't matter if you're on the curb or not. If you go over that white line, that's it. And I think who is the race director this weekend? It's different for F2, isn't it? It's not. It's the same guy every weekend for F2. Just double checking it wasn't the same for that in a different series. I'm desperately now trying to reach over to my commentary notes as well to see who it is, and unfortunately I can't. So, Combox is in an absolute mess at the moment, thanks to Silverstone. As well as they come through. Dewan, though, is going faster on this lap already. He was carrying much more speed and he nearly lost it coming through Village.
Yeah.
At turn 3, he was drifting it almost.
Yeah, that certainly has cost him a little bit of time there, but can he still improve on this second push lap, DRS Open on the Wellington Straight?
The 107% rule is a 1:46.583. So far, that will take it down to everybody from Fittipaldi, Nazani and Novalak would not be allowed to start the race, but they haven't actually set proper decent times then. I think Doohan went off the track again there, since we saw some gravel being kicked up, and I think he's backed off a little bit now.
Yeah, now you can't see anything anymore from that camera angle. It's, the gravel is on top of it as we're on board with Rokovic now going even faster. That's going to be a quick lap. I think he's nearly 4/10 faster than Vesti on this lap.
And Druvela is coming to the pit lane as well. Dragovic is fighting for control as well. That MP Motorsport car is on the cut through into Vale. Big snap.
Oh.
I think he might just have held it though. Might have lost him a couple of times. He's sliding the exit of Vale into Club. Can he hold the rear? Yes, he does. Cross the line. Third. But that would have been the fastest time since if it wasn't for problems at Vale and Club.
Yeah, he lost, I think, 4/10 through that. So he was going on such a quick lap and lost it all through this final corners. As now Yuri Vips goes fastest.
139.371, the rider who everybody says doesn't deserve a seat in F2. F2 have tried to ban him themselves. Can't get out of the contract that High-Tech have got him as well. High-Tech giving him a second chance to try and redeem himself for the rest of the season. But it's always going to be painful to begin with as well. Actions speak louder than words. Maybe he can do something about it as Sargent goes to the top then for his first pole position. 138.946. He's 4/10 quicker than Vips. That was astounding from the Carling. That has been going well all weekend long.
That's a great lap. That's really good. 4/10 faster than Vips. Now he's got a very good into P1. Can anyone get close to that? We're on board with Hauger, the Formula 3 champion. He's gone up to 4th.
Fourth only, 139.537 then for Hauger, not improving on that one as Druvela leaves the pit lane. Everyone's done 5 lap times already, so it looks like they're going out, doing a set of lap times, coming back into the pits and doing some more. This is Dragovic out there on the circuit.
Yeah, so this is what we saw. A big slide. Oh, he did a good job to catch that and still he still got a good lap out of it, but this has cost him a big amount of time. Oh, how did he manage to save that?
I have no idea. That was honestly amazing save from Felipe Dragovic as well. As they come through at the back half of the circuit now. Into Copse Corner, comes half the field. Awasa, Dragovic, Druvela. Oh, hang on. Some people are actually coming back on the trips. Druvela's come back out. So it's Awasa, Druvela, who's, yeah, and the pit lane. So several of them coming in and out. You can tell who it is anyway with the screen going red as well. That tells you who has lost time as well. Red doing the pits. Amber, they're coming out the track. Black or grey, they're just running around normally as well. That's the guide for the timing tower that we've got here for Silverstone this weekend. The correct one we should have had at the start of the year, to be fair.
So they're just doing a pit stop and then going back out? Because in Formula 3 we saw them all taking like a minute or two of break before they all went out at the same time. But here they do something different.
I think you're right. Sure. Yeah, pit stop then straight out. Russell tried it, didn't he, in practice too? George Russell, he tried that with the Mercedes to see if it would work, and it did all right actually for him.
Logan Sargent now starting a lap as well. Gonna see some more laps going in now.
Fingers crossed then for a good result as they come through with 16 minutes and 38 seconds to go this session. It's Sargent top, Lawson down in 3rd for Carling, so good little run there as they come through. This is a cracking session already for F2. W Series qualifying is coming up at 6:30, so 45 minutes time. You can join us for that. Megan will be leading the comms. I'll be coing with her. As Megan will have F2 sprint race lead tomorrow as well with Ian Birch on commentary. And me and Cynthia will be back for the F2 action feature race on Sunday morning as well. Which means I've got to watch the F2 sprint race after everything tomorrow night on Saturday night. So that could be fun.
Can't wait for that. It's going to be crazier on this track, of course. Especially that first lap. Sargent is going even quicker, as we see. Purple sector 1. What is he going to do to the middle sector? First Lawson. Is he going to be close to the time of Sargent? No, he loses 3/10. And Sargent improves just by a little bit.
Sargent's 0.023 hours, so 23 hundredths faster at the moment as they come through. It's looking incredible as, Lawson pits, so he felt that was enough on those tyres He's going to come in, have a new set of them.
Oh.
And, the same
as
actually.
well.
Yeah, same goes for the back. So they're all coming in now as well. And let's take this opportunity to have a quick word from Chris McCarthy and Tom Gamewell from the World Feed. With it being the British Grand Prix, we have to throw to them every now and then. So me and Synth get about a 2-minute break.
Rubler might be the only cars on circuit, but, well, Tom, that gives us a chance to catch our breaths a little bit. Thoughts on what you've seen then in the first half of the session? Any surprises, good or bad?
No surprises. I mean, Logan Sargent continuing his strong form. Just interesting to see drivers getting their head around this soft tyre. First time we've seen it this weekend. We didn't see it here last year. So this is a first for driver and team. And yeah, it's opening, picking the bones out of the form guide, and also 1 or 2 out of position. Look at Drogovic down in 10th. Jack Doohan, we know he's quick, in 11th. It's going to be interesting now to see who can get the best of this second set, and they will have to save a set, don't forget, for the feature race. So they don't want to do too much in the way of running on this second set, certainly the Carlin cars, because I don't think they'll start the feature race or run the set that they've just used, Chris, in that feature race. So they won't want to do too much in the way of running on this second set.
Well, we saw Logan Sargent there. He's currently over 4/10 quicker than anyone, and we caught up with him and a couple of the other drivers earlier this week and asked them, what does it take to put a good lap together around Silverstone? Here's what they had to say.
I think the car has been in the window. I think it's just been a me factor, really. Just not getting it all together as well as I can and should be doing. So that's what I'm trying to get on top of. I'm really confident in my qualifying ability from the past, so I'm not too worried about it, and I'm sure it's going to come together.
Yeah, I think just having the right space also on the track, but yeah, just really having the confidence in the high-speed corners. Obviously, it's an important thing, and what I think Oscar gained on quite a bit to put pole last year. But also in the low speed, obviously nailing everything and just putting everything together, I think is really important here. So, yeah, it just comes down to doing everything right in the end.
First of all, be getting the car in the right place and getting the driving during FP, but also putting a lap together. It's a lot of fast corners. It's difficult to put the perfect lap, and it's very easy to make a mistake in such fast corners. And also with the traffic and stuff, there's a few things that needs to go the right way, but we're pushing to be in the right position.
Well, whilst we were hearing from the
And Dragovic has got up into second position out here on the standings as well. Great time. He's only a 10th off that of Sargent as well. And that was impressive, wasn't it, Synth? As the entire field come out the track.
So he's gone up to second now. So currently Sargent still, the gap is now down to less than 0.2 of a second. So he's done a really good job to get a bit closer to Sargent compared to anyone else, because after that is Vips with 0.4. That's crazy how much that gap is, and now everyone is going out for their second run, as we see some side by side going from the 2 Red Bull liveries here.
Oh, and that's Hauger in a battle as well with his teammate. They've got to be careful there not to make contact as well. It was with the Red 5 as well of Liam Lawson, and this is Johan Jaruvela in the Prima Red Bull car, spitting fire before he went to second position as well to really challenge the Carling of Logan Sargent here. 11 minutes to go of this second session of the weekend for Formula 2 here as well. The qualifying 30-minute session to really decide the grid. Top 10 get reversed for the sprint race tomorrow, and then on Sunday, the pole sitter from Friday starts the top race for the feature as well later on. And it's getting close out here, isn't it, Synth?
Yeah, it's going to be very close, especially towards the end. The track is going to get better shortly as well, and we're going to see more improvements throughout the rest of this qualifying with just over 10 minutes to go.
Here we go then, coming out onto the field as well. This is Jack Doohan, who was top this morning in practice, will be leading the field without anyone having a tow. I believe this will be another warm-up lap already. So yeah, they'll do another warm-up lap because they're too close together to get a comparative run time. So another warm-up lap They've done 6 so far. Here he's doing. And he's just been told as well that it's Sargent on pole. I think Sargent's right behind him on the track, isn't he? Looking for that angle.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is, yeah. So hold up Sargent, basically. Don't let him get a toe off you. And it is Logan Sargent in the car lane just behind him as well. In the number 6. Not a bad run for quali. Let's have a good run at this one. Hopefully it's going to be fab.
Yeah, so I think it's going to be around 2 or 3 more push laps from everyone else, I suppose.
About 3, yeah.
It's going to be a slow push lap for the final runs.
Looking fab as they come through as well. And just holding off as well. Just getting some information that I've got to retweet later on with PSGL. So into the pit lane comes Druvela, Vips, and Dennis Hauger as well. They've all just come back in to the pit lane. Thought they might have a little bit more opportunity to stay out. I don't know if my YouTube chat's broken on the YouTube Mac because I didn't have anything on there in practice. So if the chat is broken, I do apologise. I'll double check to see if there is anything right now. But Vip's still waiting out there in the pit lane before heading out there. As he's 4 tenths down, third at the moment with the leader at the Hi-Techs. Hauger leaving the pit lane now. Fingers crossed he'll be out there. Brand new set of slicks. Look at that. Slicks, but red slicks for that of Vips. He's going to go for a time attack massively, as he's doing, look.
Yeah, there's going to be some great final laps. So Jack doing a
twitched.
slide through the nearly full throttle turn 2.
It was a mighty good catch. I thought he was going to go into the wall there, doing with that level of twitch coming through turn 3. Usually it ends up only one place and in the wall. Down the Wellington Straight then. DRS fully open as he heads in towards Brooklands, past the BRDC clubhouse, flicks the car into the right, drops down to 3rd gear. Sargent looking good with the fastest first sector of all with a 30.9. So this is going to be the crunch point. Who's quicker? 30.950. 8.
Yeah, this is going to be crazy. So the second timings we're going to see after, I think, somewhere around here. No, after the...
Down the Hanger
Beckett,
Straight,
right?
yeah. Just coming onto the Hanger Straight isn't it usually where we see it. After Maggots and Beckett's is the second sector cross point. We're coming to it now. Big twitch again through Beckett's into Chapel. We've got a yellow flag out there though, Synth. Someone's got a yellow somewhere. It's
look
gone.
at Sargent's time.
Yeah, Sargent's time's really inside now. Yellow sector 1 is where it is. Sargent's up in both sectors. 40.338 in the second sector. Green flag is out there and another yellow Synth. So there is a problem out there somewhere. We can't see it yet though. Hopefully it doesn't red flag it.
I want to see Sargent's lap though. It's going to be a flyer.
Dewin to the line. 3rd. Sargent just behind. Goes Tom. 138, 432. He's 6 tenths faster than anyone else out there at the moment. And Lawson goes to 2nd. It's a Carling 1-2. 139.026. Sargent's out-qualified everyone by 5 tenths of a second as we head back to green flag. Dragovic, 2nd. Over to you, Synth.
That was so close. 6 tenths to Lawson, but Dragovic managed to get close behind Sargent now as well.
Vesti jumps up there to 2nd. 138.539. Back to you.
Oof. So this is getting crazy. Iwasa going quick as well. Here he is.
Yeah, Iwasa's first sector looking okay. Personal best in sector 2. Can he find anything to the line? Iwasa out of it, 14th at the moment. Goes 4th. 138.776. Portier jumps ahead of him. 138.553. Synthel.
Oh, Portier got the same time as Dragovic.
Bang on. 138.553. Each of them to put second row. Nothing separates them. Brilliant.
This is crazy.
Yeah, you can't write this.
Now we're going to have, I think, 1 or 2 more laps, and this is going to be absolutely chaos. It's so close. It looked like Sargent was so much faster than everyone else, but then it's all, it all got closed up by Vesti, Dragovic, and Portier.
And that is why there was
Cordial?
yellows. David
Beckman. Oh,
Beckman,
Beckman.
is stopped on the circuit and has been pushed
Right.
back. So that was the yellow in the first sector. He's gone off to Abbey.
Since when is he in the Van Amersfoort racing?
Yeah, is that correct? Who stopped? Yeah, David Beckman apparently has stopped on the circuit. That's what I've seen on the timing screens.
Yeah, but
That's
I thought he was.
he wasn't in Van Amersfoort, so that's
Where's Cordial then?
Cordial's banned for this race. Remember, that's why.
Ah, so okay.
Yeah, I was wondering because this morning on the timing screens, Cordial appeared, didn't he? And I was wondering why, but that's because David Beckman's replacing Cordial, who's got his race ban after the Baku debacle as well. So Cordial with his race ban, David Beckman racing in his place out there today.
Was it a car failure? It did look like.
It looked like car failure, didn't it? Yeah, no crash damage, so it's just conked out down the back straightaway. Yeah, David
Or he
Beckman
stalled it.
stopped.
Could
Yeah,
be possible.
yeah, running slightly or stopped. It's come up at 5:53:56. So 2 minutes ago, that message came up on the race control deck as well. Look at doing though. First sector, looking personal best. Sargent's doing it again though. Since 30.8 in this first sector, purple overall.
Sargent is flying through that first sector again with the purple sector 1, so he's improving on his own time. Where can he get his, his Garland? Can he improve even more? On board now with Jack Doohan, who's going through the second sector now. Gonna go
Yeah.
purple. Ooh, that's
Oh, and
pretty
Sargent's
far
down.
behind.
Yeah, Sargent's down too, just behind him. So, I wonder if the tyres might have gone actually. But Vesti's only a tenth within now. Sargent's time. Dragovic and Pourchaire, same time, second row. They need to be careful here with 3 minutes 10 to go.
Yeah, so after this one more run, I don't think this is gonna be a big improvement. Doing the sixth now.
Sargent down 0.06 of a second, so it doesn't improve on that lap time. Lawson and Armstrong doesn't improve. Lawson does. Lawson goes fifth. 1:38.625. We've got a yellow flag, and now we've gone to green as well. So I don't know where that was. So here's Frederick Vesti down the circuit. There's the yellow.
Doesn't say a sector.
Doesn't say sector, doesn't say track hazard. So not sure what caused that, but it was a brief yellow. Fittipaldi goes to 8th place from 20th as well. Novalak goes up from 19th to 17th. Hauger goes to 13th. Vesti stays second, 2/10 down. And probably had to lift due to the yellow flag being in his sector, we believe. This, I believe, is the yellow flag for Felipe Dragovic.
Oh, let's go. This is through the penultimate corner. Is he gonna lose the rear?
Whoa.
He is, and he's gonna go round.
360
Yes.
for Felipe.
Yeah, just put the power down a bit too early there.
For his next trick, a dove out of the race suit.
Wow. Was he improving?
He was, yes, good. It was okay. Sector 1 apparently, but sector 2 and 3 he was down, so he was constantly losing pace around the lap after that first sector. But 1:53 to go into the last 2 minutes. Then Callum Williams is in 21st position as well. David Beckman out of it then in 22nd place, replacing Cordial in this session as well after his race ban. Yuri Vips might just jump up the order here. 12th at the moment, crosses the line, goes 8th for car 8. 1:39.013 for Vips.
Right. So I think we'll see one more lap for everyone.
Oh, let's go
Except
for
for
Sargent.
Vips. He's not gonna make it.
Okay, nice and cool now, please. Nice and cool as you can.
Sargent's not happy out there as well. Nice and
When he's
cool.
done.
And then he does a big bleep down the radio, so that's not good news either.
Yeah, he's pitting, so he's not gonna set another
He's
lap
done.
anymore.
And Deruvula pits, as does Do, as you say, so that's them done for the day. Sargent pits, he's done. I think we've got our grid, because no one else is improving out there. So it is Logan Sargent who takes pole position. If we can hold it, 46 seconds left, and that's a bit of an anticlimax in my opinion.
Yeah, I thought everyone was gonna set another lap, so they kind of calculated this wrong because
Yeah.
there's still a lot of time to go.
And is anyone going to sneak through and get a time? Doing pits, not going to do it. Vesti's not doing well. In fact, there is Frederick Vesti coming into the pit lane, so he's done, fueled out. for his
Oh.
run. I think we've reached the end.
Finished.
Yeah. Okay, so it's Logan Sargent on pole position for the feature race of Formula 2 on Sunday, and it's Johan Jeruvala who has pole position for the sprint race tomorrow with a top 10 grid reversal. Fittipaldi will be alongside him on the front row as well. Interesting sprint coming up tomorrow then.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. So, yeah, I thought they had time to go for another lap, but
Yeah.
apparently they don't have enough fuel.
Really bizarre little situation there in F2 quality. There's the checkered flag, but everyone's already in the pit lane. And they're already done. Session over. Nobody else can improve or will improve from the order here. So Logan Sargent has pole position, 1:38.432. He's the pole sitter for Sunday's feature race as well. Let's go through the full times then here. And sign off, it's Sargent on pole, Vesti second, Dragovic is third, Poitier fourth, Lawson fifth, Awasa sixth, Doohan seventh, Vips eighth, Fittipaldi ninth, Jeruvala 10th, Nazani 11th, Armstrong 12th, Hughes 13th, Verschoor 14th, Hauger 15th, 16th for Caldwell, 17th for Boschung, 18th for Novalak, 19th Sato, Bollock Bassi 20th, Williams 21st, David Beckman 22nd overall as well. Does make it through with the 107% rule. What do you make of that session then, Synthel?
It was quite an interesting one. But again, just like I think in Formula 3, it ended before we knew it ended.
Oh, Hauger's got to 13th with a lap time deleted.
Logan Sargent.
Oh, well done. I think that's going to be P1, mate. Well done. Awesome job. Excuse my language. Come on, boys. That's how we do it. That's how we do it right there. Beautiful work.
Hauger's jumped up to 13th place with a lap time deleted for Hughes, so they've swapped positions out there as well. But continue what you were saying, Synthel, before the team radio interrupted you.
Yeah, well, just like Formula 3, it just ended before we knew it ended because usually it just ends after the finish, after the checkered flag, and everyone's gonna finish the final laps. But yeah.
Everything sort of ended over the board. Okay, so that's it then. Logan Sargent has pole position for the race on as well. We'll be back then in about 20 minutes for W Series. Thanks for your company, Synthel, and thanks for your company back home. Me and Synthel will be back for F2 feature race. Megan Burge will take you through the sprint race tomorrow. And then you can join me and Synth early in the morning for all the action, 9:55 for the F3 sprint race tomorrow morning as well. And you can join me and Megan next up here on the YouTube channel for the W Series. My thanks to you, Synthel. You looking forward to tomorrow and Sunday?
Absolutely. Can't wait for the races. Gonna be great. Love this track as well, and especially with Formula 2 and Formula 3. You don't know what to expect.
Absolutely. It's going to be fantastic. Thanks for your company, Synthel. We'll see you tomorrow. And for all of you at home as well, thanks for your company. Join us next for W Series. That cut me off. Join us next for W Series. Bye for now.